Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Crosser. How is everyone doing today? I don't know why, but I cannot hear my desktop audio right now. We're going to fix that real quick. Now I can, as soon as I restart the headset. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with that. These things may need to be charged. I haven't charged them in like a week. What is going on, everybody? We got G. Smith. Somebody asked me to do it. We're over 7 seconds in, which is what matters. So, right, so somebody wanted me to say the word plunge in my Scottish accent. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I try. Come here, Knox. Come here. Everyone wants to say hi to you. Everyone loves Knox. So while he's in the kennel, while he's being boarded, he gets this markings around his face. And he looks like a kid with Kool-Aid stains. Like, you got any games on your phone? I love you, bud. All right, go on. Hop down. Love you. So, your mom said thank you. I said it. All right. Did you do last 8 seconds? I last 8 seconds. Cross the Core shirt came in. Hell yeah, Dark Horde. Thank you so much. We're going to give you some horns. Oh, yeah. This Canadian stopped saying sorry. It's okay, but thanks. On War Thunder need to be worried. You know, when I read that article about the leopard being taken out because Russia knew exactly how to take it out, the first thing that popped in my head was War Thunder. I have no way to confirm that that's what happened, but that's the first thing. I don't even know if Leopard 2s are in War Thunder. I have no idea. 10 out of 10 doggos. Oh, yeah. Well, neither of them are laying in the beds right now. Go to your bed. Bed. Go on. Come on. Go to your bed. Bed. There we go. That's a good dog. Leopard 2 is in War Thunder. Okay, am I going to try out 3.23? Oh, fucking Star Citizen? Yeah, absolutely. So this is the thing. When I play Star Citizen, I like menial shit. If you're part of the Discord, we have like a whole Star Citizen section in there. I just haven't been playing it very much because I haven't had very much time to play. And when I've been playing, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've been playing Enshrouded. Guys, I am hopelessly fucking addicted to Enshrouded. Like, I had an addiction to 7 Days to Die. Don't get me wrong. 7 Days to Die is fucking great. It is a phenomenal survival game. But Enshrouded, it takes all the shit that I love about 7 Days to Die and gets rid of all the shit that I hate. Like, I do not like that every time I jump into a game, I have to start a completely new character. You don't have to in Enshrouded. I can take my built character and take it to someone else's new fucking game. I can grab shit from my game and bring it and drop it for them. Like, it's really good. It's very, very good. You love menial shit too, Katie? Yeah, I like mining. I like shipping, scrapping. I love that shit. Like, working together as a team to make money. I fucking love that. I am not a fan of the sweaty guy shit. It's just not my thing. What plane is my favorite? The F4U Corsair. I got one right back there. Man, my shelf is fucking gross. Oh my god, I never set up my key light. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's because of the wine. I mean, I was drinking water, but hot damn, Jesus did it again. I'll be right back. Hold on. I gotta set up my key light or else Mrs. Landcrosser's gonna kill me. All right, we're back. I was trying to drink water. World War II planes for the win. F4U Corsair came around like right at the tail end. Let me see. Would you hydrate me? Because that'd hydrate me. The liquid of life. I tell you right now, I don't know why people consider like wine a woman drink. Because this shit tastes like fruit juice and it'll get you wrecked. I love it. No, I'm still on the meds. I'm just not having very much wine. I appreciate it though, Wolfram. I'm back, funny Matt, man. It's funny. Yeah, 7 Days to Die is getting the 1.0, but there's a mod my buddy was playing. It's called like Darkest Night or something like that. It makes everything way harder. Two of my friends are just elbows deep in that fucking mod. And but no, so last night I went to the show. There was a comedy show. Mandatory Fun Day was there. Viva La Vargas was there. One Punch Dad was there. Hot Garbage Hero was there. A bunch of other comedians and stuff like that. I had a great time. And before that, they were like, do you want to get up and do a Q&A? I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do a Q&A. And I went up. I didn't think that many people actually knew me. And there was a lot of people that were asking me questions. I was like, this is really cool. Does she read this chat? I read this chat, but I'm not a she. Democracy, Helldivers is saved. Can you say the F-15 line? Oh, let me see. What is it? The 104-0, look out below. I took out a satellite just for show. There you go. That's what everyone wants. Daddy Rob is in the house. Did you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Need to find a new way to fund you. Tired of YouTube's crap. I am here in a tub nude watching you with a deviated septum, broken ribs and arm, other damages. No, I did not get the plate of the car that literally hit me.
Sweet fucking Christ, Rob. I'm glad you're okay, dude. Damn. Oh my God. I'm glad you're okay, man. Look, I mean, if you really want it to go directly to me, and again, nothing personal, this is the thing. You guys don't have to donate anything. All I will ever ask is that you watch my videos. That's all I will ever ask of any of you. Now, once I get out of the military, I might start a Patreon, but right now I don't have enough time to create exclusive content. I don't have that amount of time. So, thank you so much, David. I do have like a PayPal and a Venmo. I don't really know how to use them. They're there. A couple of people have sent me like $5. Hey, have a beer on me. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So I'm going to Ukraine first week of June to help the Frontline Field Hospital in Medevac. A bit nervous, really excited. Also, thanks for the follow on Twitter. You're that David. Hey, man, best of luck to you, dude. Seriously, that's a meat grinder over there in Ukraine. Both sides are taking some heavy losses. Like, I make jokes about shit, and I try and bring morale up because I do. This is the thing. I was never emotionally invested into what was happening in Ukraine until I started watching Ukrainians being executed by Russians. Then I became emotionally invested. I do believe Ukraine is on the right side of this war. No one's hands are clean. Let me just make that epically clear. No one's hands are clean in warfare, ever. So don't anyone think that I'm picking a side just based off of some arbitrary metric, okay? But I do believe that they're on the right side of history with this one. So best of luck to you, David, man. Be fucking safe. Like, seriously, be safe, dude. Because they aren't caring to kill anybody who has a Red Cross on them. Okay, Mrs. Linecrosser wants you to know that you guys can go to habituallinecrosser.com and you can see links to the Venmo and the PayPal. If you choose. Again, entirely what you choose. This is the move that made Saddam cry. That was such a fun quote, but not too many people quoted it. Whatever replaces Super Hornet should be called the Corsair 3. Bro, I don't know. Corsair 3 or Tomcat 2. Because the Tomcat, like, is a close second. Like, if you were to ask my favorite jet-powered aircraft, I'm going to go with the F-14 Tomcat. It was just... It's beautiful. It's eloquent. It's fucking huge. It was the first time the United States said, we're not going to build a dogfighter. We're going to build something that can smoke you so fucking far away you'll never be able to fight it. Like, I love that. If you're not familiar with that, it's the AIM-54 Phoenix. They designed the missile, and they're like, we need a platform to fire this. So McDonnell Douglas designed the F-14 Tomcat specifically to carry the AIM-54 Phoenix missile. Did you find out? Ooh, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Did you find out the underwater supersonic you were talking about an unsub? A little bit. It's theoretical right now. They're using supercavitation, but with supercavitation, you would need something that produces its own oxygen to create thrust, which would be a rocket motor. And turning rocket motors underwater and also an object underwater at those speeds is really, really hard to do. Mrs. Linecrosser just sent this to me 3 times. Rob, we hope you feel better soon, man. You know, enjoy your time. Well, relax as much as you can, man. I know you're in some pain. Is Scotland a real country, or are they just Englishmen with a dress? Solid question, but I think that William Wallace would beg to differ. Here's the thing. Like, you can say what you want to about it being a dress. Have you ever worn one? I've never worn one, but I can see the applicability of it, right? Range of motion, sweat wicking. The only things you got to watch out for is obviously knee and ankle damage, or genital damage walking through high grass. But, I mean, there's some real applications there for attack to kill. I have a question. Tech shit or our Russian crew shit? I think it's a little bit of both. Due to their limited amount of funding in Russia, they're not getting as much, pretty much trigger time as the United States. So like when I was doing infantry shit, I was a tanker, but when I was doing infantry shit, because like 9 months prior to Afghanistan, they took away our tanks, handed me an M14, and we did infantry shit. It was common to do 4 or 5 ranges a week. Like that was common. Sometimes 7 days a week we would be doing ranges, and I'm not joking about that. Our artillerymen are shooting 3 to 4 days a week. Our Patriot units are emplacing, doing prepare for movement. We're doing air battles. I mean, it is just crazy, our op tempo, because we fund a lot into training. So we have great equipment, but we also have really good training. We spend a lot of time on training. Our pilots get more flight time in like a month than Russian pilots sometimes get in a year, and that's not an exaggeration. Did you see the video of the Patriot decoy getting hit? I was not familiar with a Patriot decoy got hit. I know a Patriot, to this day, I watched the video, I watched it frame by frame. Did something carrying Patriot missiles get hit? Yes. I cannot confirm for you whether it was a GMT, which is guided missile transport, which is what we use to load our launchers, or it was a launcher. There was not enough information in the videos. I don't know. I didn't see outriggers, and outriggers are solid iron, and they tend not to burn, so it could have been a GMT, or it could have been a launcher. I don't know, but I'm not aware of a decoy getting hit. I heard about it, but I didn't know there was a video. Sorry, I gotta scroll back up, man. Ooh, you guys are flying. All right, let me see. I'm trying to stay up with it all. No swinging, no Tomcat 2. Yo! Any truth to the rumors, alleged footage of Patriot system in Ukraine being destroyed in a strike as it was being transported on a truck convoy? Yeah, that's the one. I watched the video. Those are in fact Patriot canisters, but I cannot confirm for you. And like people saying it's a Patriot system that got destroyed, it was either a launcher or a ground missile transport. It was not a whole system. I didn't see a radar. I didn't see an EPP or electric power plant. I didn't see an AMG or antenna mass group. I didn't see an ECS, which is an engagement control station. I didn't see all the hard-working brain parts of the system, or as we call it, the Big Four, that sit uprange. Launchers, those go downrange. Big Four stays uprange. The Big Four is the brain. You knock out one of those, you can knock out an air defense system, or the Patriot system. Best World War II battle. Mine is Midway. That's a good one. That's it. I like, it's really weird. I like Normandy. I can't imagine charging headfirst into gunfire, especially MG-42s. I can't imagine what that fucking felt like. And the fact that they took that beach from those odds is fucking wild. So I want to go with that. Don't get me wrong. Midway was a serious fucking, we crippled the Japanese fleet. Like that. Like overnight, we crippled their fucking fleet. Don't get me wrong, we lost a carrier in the process, but they lost, 2 or 3 carriers? and like a bunch of other shit. So Midway was a total W. I do like the Battle of Midway. McDonnell Douglas built the F-14, thought it was Grumman. You might be right. I don't know off the top of my head. Tomcat is still awesome in dogfight mode. You're not wrong. Tomcat is still a good fighter. It's just the downfall of the Tomcat and why it didn't dogfight as well as some of the MiGs. MiGs had shorter bodies and wider wings, and they had deeper, I guess you call them fucking flaps. So they could turn real fucking hard. That's why right after the F-14 really kind of was fading out, you saw the F-16 show up. The F-16 was like, oh, you want a dogfight? Let me just build the most dominant dogfighter you could ever fucking imagine. An F-16, it's one of the most exported American aircraft on the world. I believe it is the most exported aircraft. As for most exported fifth-gen aircraft, that's the F-35. Tomcat 2 Electric Boogaloo. We're going to make an AIM, what's double at 54? 108. We're going to make an AIM 108 Phoenix 2 missile that can travel fucking way up there. Can we get some Grandpa Buff?
Oh, you want to talk to Grandpa Buff? See, that's the easiest voice for me to do. I can throw that one out any second, any day. Grandpa Buff is always around. What do you want to ask him about? Vietnam? Well, so what happened was these guys that had these real squinty eyes. I don't know why. Maybe it was too sunny in their part of the world. Well, they decided to fuck around, and I showed up, and they found out real quick that I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
There you go. Lost 4 carriers at Midway. I'm trying to keep track of like multiple chats. How bad will this upcoming phase of the Ukraine war be? I honestly don't know. So here's the thing. The reason it's a stalemate is both sides have a lot of artillery, which is something similar that we ran into in World War I. The difference is, in World War II, tanks were really hard to kill. Like, don't get me wrong, a Panzerschek or whatever, and the bazooka, like, were really decent, but if you hit it in the front, you couldn't do shit to it. Now, taking out a tank is kind of an art. And a good anti-tank guided missile, it doesn't matter if it's a T-72, T-80, a Leopard 2, an Abrams, you hit them the right way in the right spot, you're going to penetrate with a good modern anti-tank guided missile. So, I don't know. Right now, it's a meat grinder. It's going to be bloody, but right now, Ukraine has the firepower to at least hold the line. I don't think they have enough firepower to push, but they got enough firepower to hold the line. That's the way I look at it. Isn't the Scaval a super cavitation torpedo? I've never heard of the Scaval. If it is, cool. I've never heard of it. Let me write that in my notes. S-H. Fuck, why do you spell it that way? S-H-A. There we go. I will look into that as a super cavitation torpedo. To the other David going to Ukraine, thank you. I was there for a while myself. Communism will never prevail in Ukraine. Absolutely. Communism shouldn't win. I don't know if you guys know this, but did you know if you go into the bathroom and you shut off the light and you look in the mirror and you say communism 3 times, the fat electrician will show up? I'm sorry. I couldn't pass that opportunity. Oh, damn. Every time I scroll down in my chat, it'll like jump way down, and I don't know why it does that. So I'm trying to like not lose. Hold on. Hey man, love your content. I'm considering going a refrad. Air defense always needs people. Let me tell you that much. They're opening 17 new air defense battalions. If you want to come and do my job, more than welcome to, man. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of dumb shit. What do you think the U.S. can do about the rising economy of China? I mean, China's economy is just like ours. It's based off of inflation. And right now, this whole thing about BRICS is really getting a lot of people freaked out. BRICS itself said that they're not coming up with their own currency. Like, the group of BRICS straight up said, like, no, we're not creating a new currency. So everyone, all these fucking Russian fucking fanboys who are just beating their meat to Vladimir Putin pictures, like, cool, man. If they wanted to try and take on, like, the petrodollar, let them. But, I mean, it's really going to change nothing, because then, you know what the U.S. will do? Oh, okay. We'll change over to the BRICS currency. We'll change fucking nothing. We'll still have the same amount of fucking dog in the fight. Like, so, I don't think so. Ketchup is a liquid fruit and it's sugar, so basically Gatorade. Wait, Gatorade is near identical to the solution artificial. Wow, my fucking hooked on phonics here. Artificial meat is grown in. It is possible that soon steak will begin and end its life in ketchup. Man, I am too drunk to taste that chicken. I can't even keep up. Did I see the AK-50? I've not seen the... Okay, so here's the thing. I asked Brandon about the AK-50 last time I was down there, and he showed me a picture of it on his phone. And I was like, oh, he's like, it's done. I just haven't done the video yet. No. All right, cool. Will the Meads replace supplement? Okay, so I did a whole Meads video. I just never posted it. No, Meads has gone away. It was a thing, and now it's gone. It's been replaced by, at least the U.S. side of the house has been replaced by IBCS, which is from Northrop Grumman. It's the Integrated Air Missile Defense Battle Command System. It does the same thing that Meads does, but just it's pulling in every single one of our fire's capability. I'm talking artillery, air cover, for like close air support and shit, airborne sensors, ground sensors, Aegis, Tippy 2, Patriot, fucking Sentinel, a Gator, the fucking, was it P-53, or AMTPQ-53, the firefighter radar. It's pulling in everything. Battle of the Bulge, great battle, by the way. Sorry, I'm like way up, guys. I gotta kind of skip down. Thanks for answering the fact that Russia could only hit part of Patriot when it was defenseless being transported speaks volumes about Patriot's effectiveness. They're scared of it. Here's the thing. You can usually tell that someone is scared of a munition by the way they react to it. So I think Spain or Japan has a license to make Patriot missiles, and they said they're going to make some and send them to Ukraine. And Russia said that they would consider that a declaration of war. And it's like, because you're fucking afraid of it. And don't get me wrong. It makes sense. Like, I get it. If I was facing that fucking system, knowing everything I know about it, I'd be terrified of it too. Dad, F-35 stole my Nuckies. Go get him back. Just don't hurt him. How current is the Abrams Russia capture? Great question. From what I saw, I don't know 100%, but it looked like they caught an M1A1, which is circa 2003 to 2007. Because I was on tanks in 2009 to 2012 when we had M1A2 SEP V2s. Because then you had M1s, which had a 105 millimeter main cannon, and then you had M1A1, which has a 120. That gun looked like the 120. Because the Leopard and the Abrams share the same gun. It looked identical, so that tells me it's a 120. I didn't see a CITV on top, which tells me it's not a SEP or a System Enhanced package. And that's really the only way you can tell from the outside. I'm sure some tankers would be like, no, like minor details, I might be missing something there, but usually the dead giveaway is if it doesn't have a CITV on top, which looks like a little R2-D2 in front of the loader. That's a Commander's Integrated Thermal Viewer. If it doesn't have one of those, then it's not a SEP or System Enhanced package, which is M1A2 and up, which would be M1A2 SEP V1, SEP V2, and then now they have the SEP V3s. So, Tango Delta, I've been good, man. It's just been busy. I've been working, so I don't know if you guys pay attention to it. It's okay if you don't. I've been working as public affairs because I have been working the best red leg competition. Right now there are competitors. I got to work this weekend too. There are competitors from all over the world. Like we got guys from Germany, like they're U.S. service members, but they're representing a base in Germany, Hawaii, Alaska. Fort Liberty used to be Fort Bragg. Fort Cavazos used to be Fort Hood. Fort Benning, Fort Riley, or Benning is now Moore. They got guys from all over. I'm talking everything, and they're all competing for the best red leg. For those of you who are not familiar, the term red leg refers to the American Revolution. Field artillerymen wore red pants, and when they were setting up their guns, because everyone, like, it was gentleman's war, right? Everyone line up and they march at each other. When they would see them setting up their guns, they'd be like, oh, those are red legs. Those are field artillery. So that's where the term red legs comes from. I don't know if you guys knew that. So this is the best red leg competition, and those guys, those poor boys, man, those guys. This morning they got up at 4. They were doing an Army Combat Fitness test at 5:30. Then they had a mile and some change run to the obstacle course, which is where I was videotaping at. Then they ran the whole obstacle course, and then their time stopped. Those poor guys were gassed. I felt so bad for them. Like, I mean, they were drenched in sweat, dirty as shit. I was like, man, you poor guys. Y'all need like a fucking week off. Has the U.S. ever considered stealth missiles? Yeah, we did. But here's the thing. So the more cost-effective, and it's not stupid, the more cost-effective way, instead of, so let's say a missile costs, what's the cost of a fucking Tomahawk? I think Tomahawks are like 500 G's a piece. Could be wrong, it may be more. I don't know. I'm just shooting in the dark. Making that stealth costs a lot more than just throwing a shit ton at them. The U.S. use saturation tactics. So when we want to hit something and we don't want them to know we were there, we'll use a stealth aircraft because they can, I mean, if they see the munition, it's a moot point. But if we need to just throw a lot at something, we just throw a metric fuck ton. So they've thought about it. I don't know if they have them. Sorry, I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to keep up. When are we getting HLC pins? I need one of the kit. Pins? I don't know, but I am working on patches, leather patches, and the rubber ones. I'm working on both of those right now. But the way Bunker works, I love them, but they're like, you know, we will invest in you as long as like we'll do more stuff for you as long as you're making more sales for us. So I guess, I mean, that's fair. They're a business. I don't get mad at them for that. And they've run everything for me very, very well. I really like Bunker branding. I got no complaints with them. So I hope that answers your question. AK-50 video was released. Sorry. You're cooking dinner? I just had some Arby's. Friday is my cheat day. Abrams has German gun. It does. It's the same gun. It's the same 120. It's an effective weapon. I can't complain. The Germans, look, maybe we learned something because that German 88 is a scary bitch. And we were like, after World War II, we're like, can we get something else? So I don't disagree with them. We have them. It's called LARASM. LARASM? I'm not familiar with that. HLC in chat just got home from work. Well, welcome, DK Fox. I'm just grabbing a couple and kind of moving on as fast as I can, guys. You're flying. My birthday was yesterday. I'm 21. Not going to drink beer because I don't want to smell like the force. Why you got to call me out like that, man? So... Congratulations. Happy birthday. I turned 21 in Malajad, Afghanistan. So your birthday is leaps and bounds better than mine. And it's not like mine was worse than yours. I guess not like I'm talking shit. I really do. I'm glad you had your birthday. You know, I'm happy for you, my dude. Do I think there'll be another war in Kosovo? I don't know. Bosnia and Kosovo, they never quite chilled out. It's just we went into the global war on terror. When I first joined, my NCO had been doing deployments to Kosovo. So I don't fully understand the dynamics of what is going on in Bosnia and Kosovo. I can't speak on it because I don't know enough about it. I know that they're still killing each other in large numbers, but I don't know who's the good guy. I have no clue. Hey man, just saw the clapback vid on the way to graduation. Speaking of Russia, we ever going to see Bradley? Ooh. I can fuck with a Bradley. Didn't I make a Bradley character? Fuck, man. I lose track of my characters, except for like the big ones. Like the kid and Grandpa Buff, those will always be, you know, two main voices for me. If you get a chance, look up the F-22N, also known as the F-24 Razor Cat. They made an F-22 with variable sweep wings? Where's my phone? Hold on. That's weird. I'm just a quick search. I'm not seeing anything on that, but I will look into it. I'll write it down in my notes. I got notes over here. Trying to stay with y'all. Please talk like the F-22 for 22 seconds. So what do you want? It's really hard for me to talk like the F-22 for 22 seconds because I have to take heavy breaths the entire time, and I get a little lightheaded sometimes. So what do you want to know? Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. I think it was about 22 seconds. I'm sorry. That's all I got in me. Started to get lightheaded. You uploaded a video about a week and a half ago. Was it filmed at Medicine Bluff? Yes, it was. That was at Medicine Bluff. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, the video I did announcing the shirt and talking about 22 a day and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Ooh, we're slowing down a little bit. Cool. Wine recommendation is a brand called Cupcake. Down an entire bottle turn on my happy hour. I'll have to try Cupcake. That actually sounds pretty good. Tonight we just grabbed a cheap bottle and it was a Moscato. Because my wife likes Pinot and I like, or not Moscato. It was a Riesling. because my wife likes Pinot. I like Moscato. Yes, I like fruit juice. You can say what you want to. I know it's a dessert wine. I don't care. And the kind of halfway between Pinot and Moscato is Riesling. So if you guys have never had a Riesling, it's a Moscato, but it's a little bit drier. I like it. A Riesling is good. Hold on. Just popping in. Well, welcome, Stargazer. Alcoholism is on the left. Depression is on the right. Be careful you don't trip and fall into any fields. Okay. Mach 2 Bumblebee. Fucking. When I get high on speed. Mach 2 Bumblebee's a drug for me. My heart, kickstart my heart. I made a second verse, but I already forgot it. I'm sorry. F-22N is called a Sea Raptor. Okay, so they actually did make a model of the Sea Raptor. I read an article about them, like possibly designing it, but I never knew they actually made a mock-up. Have a Bordeaux for dry. Ooh, I don't see. That's the thing. If I was gonna get like a dry Sauvignon Blanc, maybe. I like whites. I'm not a red guy. So, Pride Before the Fall. Just here to intercept someone. Would you intercept me? Am I going to talk about the G4 Geometric Storm Watch? Oh, I heard about that. I literally heard about that today. So I made that video for today, yesterday. So I do want to, I probably will make a video. You know what? Fucking let me put that in my piece. So I have notes on my phone. Every time I like hear something that needs to be in one of my videos, I'll put it in a note. So I already did that. Russian cope cages. M2 Bradley smokes a T-80 at over a mile. The Met Gala. Russians plead for shotguns. Poland will get its first F-35 this summer. There was once talks of making a Sea Raptor. Russians knew how to hit a Leopard 2 to disable it. I'm erasing all these as I say them. And that was it for that last video. So, I already forgot what he was talking. Oh, yeah, the Solar Storm. Boom, I'm adding it too. Federation Aerospace. So the irony, I'm able to join the military when I was 19 and able to operate a tank, but I couldn't drink a cold one with the boys. You're able to drive a war machine, but that's... So... I will admit, during a time of war, the military don't give a fuck. So I joined in under a wartime military, and when I showed up to my pre-deployment ball, which, okay, bear in mind, my pre-deployment ball, I was in the surge into Afghanistan. Now, there was a couple of different surges. There was the initial one, and then in 2010, President Obama's like, we need to end this, and he pumped like 50,000 fucking troops into Afghanistan, and we're like, we're going to hunt these bitches down and fuck them up. Didn't work, because all they did was run to Pakistan. That's what they do every fucking time. So... I was in the surge, and I remember hearing my battalion commander on the phone, and I overheard him stating there was an expected 30% battalion-wide casualties. Do you know what 30% of an infantry battalion is? Don't worry, I'll help you out. That's like 400 people, okay? That's fucking nuts that was expected. Like, I mean, it's not Normandy numbers, but that was enough to make me shit bricks at fucking 19 years old. So when I went to my first pre-deployment ball, my battalion commander, I was like 19. I think that by that time I was 20. I was like just hanging out, and they're like, "You want a shot?" I was like, "I'm not." He's like, "Shut the fuck up! You're getting a shot!" And like, ain't nobody give a shit, man. And that was a battalion commander buying me fucking shots. So I get it, man. It's fucking silly. It's stupid. The problem with 5th gens, they're too damn expensive to make and too many variants of. You're not wrong. Well, there's a reason they're expensive, and a lot of people are figuring that out. So Russia figured that out with the Su-57. That they're like, we'll make a beautiful 5th gen fighter that has thrust vectoring and all this other bullshit. It can't compete. The J-20, everyone thinks it can compete because it hasn't met the F-22 in the air, but it's met the F-35 in the air, right? F-35s have gotten close to J-20, or a couple of J-20s. And the commander of the boat that the F-35s came off of, he said, and I quote, "They have a very good command and control structure," which is a fancy way of saying I'm not fucking intimidated at all. Like, it was shit. It was garbage, and I can fucking wreck it. So it's expensive to make a good 5th gen fighter. Turkey's figuring that out right now. They're having a hell of a time with their I can't remember the name of it. They're still designing it. But yeah. Thoughts on Tony's tactics against Brandon? I want you to know, I downloaded Twitter. Oh my God.
Would you intercept me?
Oh my God, Lyric.
I'd intercept
Let's let this play real quick.
When will the next Grandpa Buff story time be? Keep up the work even when you doubt yourself. Your content is top notch.
I need to do another Grandpa Buff story time. I don't know why I cut out. My headphones are cutting out tonight, and I don't know why. Let me do another Grandpa Buff history. I'll probably do another Grandpa Buff history here in the near future. I need to do one. You guys are asking for one. I will find something and Grandpa Buff will talk about it. I promise you that. But Tony's tactic against Brandon, I downloaded Twitter just so I could watch that. Because when I was on the podcast, they were talking about it. And I was like, I kind of want to see this shitstorm. I don't like talking politics, but Tony can't beat him politically, so he's just doing nothing but personal attacks. That's all it is. That's all I've seen is personal attacks. Like, you can't attack the man's politics because you created him. That's what I realized. What bad politicians don't fully understand is they create their own rivals. When they do a poor job, regular citizens step up and say, I'm going to take you down. If you were doing a good job, that wouldn't have happened. So you have no one to blame but yourself. But it's bad. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to catch up to everything. Is there a character that could use Arlie Ermy voice? Also, could you do a video with Fun to BB? That would be awesome. Bro, trying to do collabs. Right now, between doing public affairs work, working at the NCO Academy, and freaking doing content, I am strapped. But I will try. I can't guarantee anything. Arlie Ermy voice. I tried doing an Arlie Ermy voice. I've still been working on it. I was going to do it for the Chinook. I really think that the Chinook embodies the Arlie Ermy persona. Everything about it just screams Arlie Ermy. So that's what I really want to do. You think we can hit another 1,000 a night? You think we can get 1,000 concurrent viewers? I would love to. F22, best 22. It is. I love it. Thank you so much, Spooky Traveler, by the way. Steam Vision says, hey, HLC, my dad's always been some dumb shit to say about geopolitics, including the war in Ukraine. If I write down some of it, should I send it somewhere for you to address and destroy your videos? So, nothing against your dad, right? I don't like talking bad about people's family that I've never met. If I'd met your dad and I thought he was that way, I'd be like, okay, let me put this in this perspective. Usually those individuals are just simply regurgitating what they've gotten from their news source. So like today, I made that video about Israel and Palestine. Well, Israel and Hamas. Honestly, the Palestinians are just caught in the middle of it. I picked a couple of source things, individual things that have happened, and I made a statement about that. And my whole comment section, every day, there was like 90 people that were just, well, what about this? What about Israel did this? And there's always going to be those. So what I would tell you is Steam Vision, for your own mental health, I would tell you to just kind of do your own homework, man. And you know, whenever somebody says something like that, just be like, whatever. Lyric, I finally made it down to you. Content is top notch. Well, thank you so much. I do need to do another buff. I will do a history with buff. I need to find a good history story. I'll find something. I'll find something good. Night hides not. 88 leads the way. Man, I'm telling you. Is it okay? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to die. I don't want anyone, like, it's not a good thing, no matter if they're American or Russian, because, like, war is just young people dying for old men's fucking opinions. Like, that's realistically what it is. And I hate to say that, considering I am a war fighter, but it's really what it is. Every part of me hopes that the Ukrainians take out a Su-57 with a Patriot system. Like, every fiber of my being I just want it to happen. I think the Turkish jet is the Thai TF Khan. You might be right. What do I think the do you think of the F-15? Wow. I was going like FSE, F-15 SE Silent Eagle, the stealth version of the F-15. I think the version could give. Have they made a Silent Eagle? I know they're working on an F-15EX, but I didn't know they were working on a Silent Eagle. I kind of want to check that out. That's Oh, we got Zach Gang in the house. You think Arlie Ermy would make a better Humvee voice? He might. Rob. G'day from Australia, mate, hopefully. Future Royal Australian Navy. I was like, future RAN. No, Royal Australian Navy. Boatswain's mate. That's a hard word for me to say. Keep up the good work. Well, hey, man, you be safe out there. You Australians are finally catching a little bit of fucking flack from the Chinese. We need to get you all the good shit. Hold on, I'm scrolling up now. Characters in Fat Electricians long-form content? That's actually not a half bad idea. I'll have to text him. That's actually, I would love to cameo. If he does something about like the B-52, abso-fucking-lutely. Foxy the Note Girl is one hell of a dude. Real bros, bro. I'm sorry, Foxy. I'm sorry, Foxy. So Foxy was in my Discord, or Foxy was in here, and I was like, "What's up, bro, dude, chick?" I didn't know. Like, I don't know what anyone's gender is in here, and I said that, and Foxy now is making jokes about being a dude. Suggestion: the MH60D or MDAP should be a Native American as a character. MH60. What is the MH60? Is that the Seahawk? Hold on. That's the Jayhawk. Okay. I think I had my little sister voice one of those when she was in here. Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me. Sorry. History Buff is a great series title. I do need to do it. I've done a few history things with Buff. I need to do more of it. She's pretty. Who's pretty? I'm pretty. Protocol 4? Is it time for Protocol 4 already? Okay, fine. Protocol 4. Hold on. They haven't noticed. I'm going to try and... It's like Operation. I need to get these out super quiet. And then I'm going to shake them in front of the camera and you're going to watch the dogs lose their mind. Ready for it? Hi, my buffalo. What's up, my dude? Want to pop up here and get one with Dad? They're little, so you get two. And so does Rain. Nope, you only get two. I'm working on your girlish figure. You have the fat. It's a medical condition. Knox has a medical condition. It's called fat. But talking about Canadians' war history would be fun.
I'm so impressed with the way they do things, the way they just annihilate people. It's really good.
Arlie Ermy is an M561 Jeep. You're not wrong. So this is the thing. I can get the cadence right of Arlie Ermy, but I can't get the voice right. You know, what the... that was bad. What the fuck is wrong? Like, I can kind of get the cadence because he does he speaks from his diaphragm, which is something you really learn in the military. Just the, what the fuck? Like, it's a... I don't know why I kept saying what the fuck. He has other lines, but yeah. It's something he does. I just can't get the voice right. Told my brother if I went to the Air Force, he'd need to say smells like bitch in this airspace. Or if he ever went to the Air Force, whenever he's in the plane, smells like bitch in this airspace. Oh man, I forgot about that quote. That's a fun quote. Bosun's mate. Really? Boatswain is pronounced bosun? Learn something new every day. The motorcycle the Air Force throws out of airplanes will be a fun... Oh, I heard about that. I did hear about that. Can you create a Harrier character? I've had a lot of people ask for a Harrier, but I haven't made one. That's on me. Yeah, my sister did do a voice. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, I didn't miss any. We're caught back up. What is your opinion of the War Plan Red from the 1920s? I am unfamiliar with the War Plan Red. I feel like that's something I should know, but unfortunately I do not, so I apologize. When we have a knob war to fight, us Canucks vent our frustrations at the hockey rink. During World War I, the Canadians were trading with the Germans. The Canadians threw over... Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. That is well-known Canadian history, which is why it specifically says in the Geneva Convention you are not allowed to bait the enemy in with food. Shoots down missile. Patriot system is here, guys. All right. Since the Patriot system's here. Macro, this is Overshadow. Birds of Firm, track 2-7. Scooter Direct. Boom! And now you're just going to say shoot something down. That's really what it is. World War II vehicles are going to need a mid-Atlantic accent. What does a mid-Atlantic accent sound like? Tacos or burritos? Burritos all day. Absolutely. Have I gotten Gray Zone Warfare? No, this is the thing. I stopped first-person shooters a while ago because that shit made my blood pressure rise through the roof. Now I play a lot of like survival games. It's just, I like working co-op with people. So maybe I'll get like Space Marine 2 when it comes out because it looks really good. And I know nothing about Warhammer, but it does look good. Question for you. I'm trying to write a piece for you and I entrance and need to remember a phrase for an opponent of a similar strength you use. A phrase for an opponent of similar strength. Adversary? I can't pull up anything but adversary in my brain right now. I'm usually so eloquent. Fuck. Or are you asking for like a pun? Because if I had somebody who was a comparable adversary, I'd be like, fuck you, McFuckerson. But you probably shouldn't put that in a paper. Shit. I would thesaurus adversary. I have no idea what else. I'm sorry, Toby. I feel bad, man. I really want to help you out. But I feel terrible. Look up the F-15 stole MTD. It was an experimental and it tested systems used in the F-22. It has canards. Canards are gay. my wife really didn't want me to use the phrase canards are gay. I was like, I think canards are gay is a good catchphrase. And she's like, don't use that. And I mean, it's the thing. All the alphabet people, they were on my side for it. They were like, that's fine. Canards are gay. Because they understand that calling something gay is different than being gay. Have I done the Apache? I haven't, but I did with Angry Cops. It was a video, if you scroll through my green screen videos, there's one called Angry Chops. And Angry Cops was the near peer. That's a good one for that instead of adversary. Oh my God, what was I talking about? Yeah, if you look up Angry Chops, you'll see it. That's in my green screen videos. Really? War Plan Red was basically a plan for dealing with the British Empire, starting with Canada? God bless America. A pie, a cake, you choose. This is the thing. Here's going to start an argument in here. Is cheesecake a pie or a cake? It's a pie, in my book. My wife will level with me saying it's a tart. Rob needs a voice for the Hummer. I know! This is the thing. Every day when I'm making videos, I think of you, Rob. I'm like, fuck. But like, every voice I come up with for the Hummer, like for the Humvee, which is HMMWV, stands for High Mobility Multi-Purpose Wheeled Vehicle. So it's a Humwov. I'm drawing a blank, man. Like I think about that one all the time. Like I need a good Humvee, and I just cannot get it. Hey man, don't know if you heard this today, but you're doing great things. Keep it up. I love that you do this every week. Miss the gaming though. It's all right, man. Stuart, maybe someday I'll get back into it, but right now, like for me, it's just it's a good way to connect. You know, because I never wanted to be too far away as a creator. That's the thing. Like, obviously I want my safety and my family safety is paramount, right? And like 99.99% of you guys are like super chill. It's that 1% though that I worry about. The 0.1% that I worry about. So I do have to distance myself a little bit, but this is a way for me to be like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk about things. Cheesecake is cheesecake. Elmer Fudd for the Humvee. I'm writing it down. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm writing it down. It's actually not half bad. What do you think the chances are to let the F-22 loose over the meddling Iraq and Syria is doing? I don't know. I really want them to do it. Because I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. I know if they finally, like one day, they're just like, you know what, fuck it, send the kid. Let him go. My comment section is going to explode in anticipation for that video. And then the weight's on my shoulders. Because I have two choices. And I still haven't figured out which one I'm going to do. I have two choices at that point. One choice is I make the F-22 finally chill out like the F-15 because he's wet as whistle. He's done the job, right? Or I make him more bloodthirsty and unhinged. So I don't know what the right answer will be. A Jeep would definitely sound... Sorry, I missed that one. Gomer Pyle for Humvee. What does Gomer Pyle actually sound like? Option B, more unhinged. Everyone's like, more unhinged. More bloodthirsty. What, the Iranians discovered an Air Force? Yeah, they vacuumed up some dust and found some F-4 Phantoms and F-14s and all our old shit. They even have an F-5. I think they have one F-5, which we use for training aircraft nowadays. Make the kid go between chill and genocidal maniac. After Buffalo Bill wet his whistle, did he chill out or did he become more bloodthirsty? the blood god. Full Metal Jacket pile. Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, that Gomer Pyle was just an idiot in basic training. So I don't know. Calm over time, becoming bloodthirsty. That's the thing. F-22 should be just above the A-10. Retired asthmatic could be the Humvee, considering how much had to try to carry so many systems. Bro, you guys should, for those of you who are in the military, or were in the military, I want you to know something. I have a claim to fame. I've driven a Humvee at 85 miles an hour. And I'm still here to tell the fucking tale. Do you have any idea how fucking dangerous that like, anyone who, if you haven't driven a Humvee or been in a Humvee, 25 miles an hour on a dirt road feels like you're breaking the sound barrier, okay? Anything over top of 25, it feels like you're re-entering the fucking atmosphere. It is the worst feeling in the world. How did I do it? So my commander had an updated Humvee. My Humvee was like a piece of shit, right? And I only had drive 2 and 1. His had drive 2 and 1 and overdrive. And he told me, he's like, hey, Long, take 2 soldiers and go pick up our EPP, or electric power plant, the generator for the Patriot system. And it was like way the fuck out there. And because another unit borrowed it so that they could certify. I was like, okay. And I was pissed. It was like 2 in the fucking morning. I hadn't slept. And I was like, get in, guys. And I fucking kicked that bitch on. And I was like, we're going to see what she can do. And I fucking floored it. And like all the dudes in there just immediately start like grabbing for the seat belts and like buckling themselves in. Yeah, I survived. I survived doing 85 miles an hour. I was like, because I mean, after 25, you can barely see the numbers, but it was like, and it got up near 85. So I'm counting that as 85 because it was like bouncing around 85. So to me, that was 85. I don't know what it was, but yeah. Without a concussion, you guys are like, what the fuck? Hang on, there was a couple I missed. Hold on, I'm going back. Don't worry. As a former chef, cheesecake is most definitely a tart. Most technically a tart, but how it is made. You can make the argument that it's a custard pie. Does have flour, so cannot be a cake by definition. Thank you, Devin. Thank you. I'm going to tell my wife that. It doesn't have flour, therefore it cannot be a cake. I love it. Devin, you just gave me the best argument in the world. I might level with her on tart, but I love it. Thank you. Turn the kid into Freddy Krueger. Downhill with a tailwind. Smells like bitch in this airspace. When the F-22 gets killed, he's going to be like a teenager who just had sex. He's going to want it all the time. He'll be more bloodthirsty. So I'm trying to keep up with the donations, B-17. I'm trying, man. Avro era, Arrow, or Canada in its heyday. Canada. I feel like Canada could very quickly just back to their roots. I really do. Here's the thing, right? Demo mat for Humvee since he owned one? No. I'd love to. I don't got Demo Matt's number. I need to get it. I'll ask Eli if I can have Matt's number. You must be the IRS. Death Wobble. Yeah, I was white knuckling that motherfucker to keep it on the road. What was it? So here's the thing. A lot of people, even in the United States, politicians do this, and any kind of political party, they do it a lot, and they do it to make you, John Q. Public, mad. What they do is they say that our military is weak, right? They're being nice to people. They're letting in this demographic or that demographic, right? And the enemy does this shit too. Russia makes jokes about us being fucking weak. Oh my God. Yes, Mrs. Line Crosser. Hello? Oh, now you're agreeing cheesecake is not a cake.
It's a tart. That's always been my argument.
Okay, fine. I love you, dear.
Okay, let me take a bath.
Okay, bye. She agrees it's a tart. But anyways, so here's the thing. Both sides do this, and the enemy does this shit all the time. They like to, the America's military is weak. And this is the thing. They'll say that shit on social media and on their mainstream media. They'll do it. They won't say it to us on the battlefield because they know what we're fucking capable of. And here's the thing. You can say every generation thinks the generation behind them has it easier. And they might not. But the reality is, and this is something I've known from serving for 15 years, is red-blooded Americans who care about their country and care about a future will always be willing to raise their right hand and stand up for what's right. Right? You can say anything you want to about transgenders in the military, gays doing this and that. Like, I don't care. if they are patriotic enough, they will join this military. It doesn't matter if they were born here, they immigrated here, whatever. They are willing to stand up for what they believe is right. And that's what I think matters. So, hope that irons that out. Love the content if you're doing an Arlie Ermy voice. Make sure whatever vehicle you use for voice has Modus on it. Everyone loves the Modus. Jim Neighbors was Gilmer? Really? Okay. This is the thing. I want to do the Arlie Ermy voice, but I can't get the voice right. I can do the cadence. The cadence is easy. Gomer Pyle TV. Yeah, it was Gomer Pyle was from the Beverly Hillbillies or some shit, wasn't it? This is my last super chat. Did you say you need calmer games? Me too. Have you tried Minecraft or Satisfactory? Also, cheesecake is a cake pie. It's not a cake. So Minecraft, I can appreciate Minecraft. Not my thing. I'm not a fan. I do love survival games, but I like survival games that are a little bit not 8-bit, right? Again, nothing against it. Like, I don't like Fortnite, but I can appreciate the art style. I'm not a fan of Apex, but I can appreciate the story and the art style. How many teeth did y'all lose? Y'all give me a cheesecake is a cheese. Technically it's dairy, and yeah, I can see that. Cheesecake talk. The boss has called. I'm telling you, she's like what is it? What was that? What was that old game show back in the day? Do I play DayZ? No, I played that shit in Korea in 2013, and it is sweaty. It is next level sweaty. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Yes, Mrs. Linecrosser.
Oh, I wanted to ask, can I be like a satellite, or can I be the internet, or is there just like a plane that's like all knowing?
I mean, you could probably be an AWACS, because that's what they do, is they sit up there for like 12 hours at a time and just watch everything.
Okay. Maybe any of those things.
Okay, my love.
Okay, tell the chat hello.
They heard you.
Oh, you put me on speaker.
Yes, and I put the phone near the microphone.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take a bath.
All right, love you. Bye. All right. F-22 upgrade. What if you did Stallone for the Humvee? I've thought about doing Stallone. I don't know. I don't feel like I do it very well. There's a dude on Instagram. I can't remember his damn name. And he does a phenomenal Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bro, that shit is so funny. He does like music videos that like Beyonce has put out, but he does it in Arnold's voice. And that shit is, dude, it kills me. I can't remember his name. If you're doing Full Metal Jacket, you should try for Animal or Gunners, Sergeant Hartman for the Humble. Can I? Well, no, I guess I can't do Sergeant Hartman, because Sergeant Hartman was Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood is technically Dirty Harry is the seat at the AC-130J. F-22 is a living embodiment of chaotic neutral. He really is. Yeah. Because I would have made a play for like chaotic bad, but he's not really bad. He does care about like following the rules, and he listens when he's supposed to, but he's definitely not chaotic good. So yeah, chaotic neutral that's a pretty fair assessment. As someone still in the service, some of my best sailors are people who identify as LGBTQ and even more personal sacrifice to continue their service. Absolutely, man. Here's the thing. We're all on the same team. Some of the best and hardest working soldiers I've ever had identify as members of the LGBTQ. And here's the thing. And every time someone's like, well, we didn't have to ask and they didn't have to tell. Okay, here's the problem I have with that, right? As a leader, now there are many leaders in here. You can ask them. They may have a different philosophy. There is no written book how to be a leader. Everyone does it their own way. But to me, trust is the bedrock of my profession. I need to trust my soldiers and they need to trust me. How can I expect them to trust me or me to trust them if they have to hide who they are from me? Like that's where I like, is it going to make them a better fighter to let me know that they're gay? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it is going to build that trust and communication. Like, I hope that makes sense. Sam Elliott for the Huey. Bro, I wish I could do a Sam Elliott voice. I'm telling you right now, Mrs. Linecrosser would never get me to stop using that. Sam Elliott, man. All these boys are like, oh, I want Ryan Reynolds. Sam Elliott. I do things I can't see on YouTube. The man is beautiful. Hey, Sark, quick question. I am off duty, but it's okay. Did you ever get with your SMEs about what a cyber attack would look like? I don't know if you remember that. So, in the end of June, I'm going to be down. I'm going to be down in Tampa. It's going to be me, Mandatory Fun Day. Oh my God. Preston Stewart, and I can see his face. What the fuck is his name? I should use Alec Baldwin for a voice. Scoob just texted me. He's a former Intel NCO. I'm so bad with names. Former Intel NCO smoker. He invited me. I'm gonna check my email. Because he emailed me my invite. But I'm going to the AUSA Army Ball with him and them and Mrs. Linecrosser in Tampa, Florida. Ryan Macbeth. Fuck. Yes. I can't believe I couldn't remember Ryan Macbeth's fucking name, man. Like, I could see his face. Ex-SEAL Drago Dzirian is a Polish immigrant and every bit a patriot. Absolutely. That's the thing. You don't have to be born in the United States to be a United States patriot. That's what everyone needs to understand. I do encourage you to come here legally, but I also highly believe, and this is a personal thing, that if you are willing to enlist in the military, that should be a gateway to attain your citizenship. And some branches do that. There are a lot of stipulations to it. But I do believe that should be something you're willing to do. Because if you're willing to stand up and raise your right hand and put your life in danger like I am, you're as much a brother to me and you're as much a patriot and a fellow American as I am. So that's the way I see it. Figured out how to donate. Thanks for all the content. Thank you so much, Wesley Morris. I appreciate it, my dude. Mrs. Linecross needs to be an AWACS. I'll make her an AWACS. She's about to A. Never mind. Can't say that on here. Hold on. I got to scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Lawful violent. You know, that's also a good play for the kid. This was Arlie Ermy. Glares back. Sunshades up. Let's give it a try. Bruce Willis for an M-rap. I wish I could do a good Bruce Willis. I mean, I've never tried. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I don't know, maybe. It's a basement. I'd have to, like, the way I work on a voice is I start with a couple of the phrases they've used in movies and then I expand from there. And all I can think of is yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And like he does it, it's almost a little raspy, kind of whispery when he does it in the radio to Hans. And then when he's like, you brought him into my command center, which is Live Free or Die Hard, and he's like, yeah, command center. This is a basement. But that was my voice, not his. Somebody said Macbeth. I should have just scrolled down. You should hold a family reunion for the planes, have the usual guys, but all the way back to World War II, we even have the right flyer as the senile grandpa. Now, I have shown some historical footage of Buff meeting the B-25 Mitchell and the B-36. Which one is the one that dropped the fucking bombs? The Enola Gay. Whatever the fuck plane that is. I said B-36, I want to say. I don't know. But yeah, I've done some of those, but I could go all the way back like that. I'm more scared of Picatinny Arsenal exploding again, like in the 20s when lightning struck a powder house. Oh my God. They scare me more than the U.S.'s enemies. I will tell you, at least in the U.S., everybody tends to bury their ammunition nowadays, but we'll see. B-29. Yeah, it wasn't the B. Yeah, so I did the B-25 Mitchell, and then I guess the other was the B-29. Enola Gay and Boxcar. Angry Cops. Not Angry Cops. I got Rich's number. I can call him right now. Be like, what's up? My stream wants to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to him. Dude, that is a busy man. Maybe make Arnold voice a helicopter. So I did a shitty Arnold voice for the it was the Brit or the German I know he's Austrian. The German destroyer that they sent out there that was shooting down Houthi missiles and drones. P.S. The backbone of the American military, cybersecurity, tech jobs are furries. Yeah, I mean, Texas T, you're not fucking wrong. I've met IT guys, they're strange, but if you're good with them, like, I bribe my shops. So in the Army, we have something called S shops. S1 is personnel. They handle all your leave, your fucking money, like all that shit. That's all like admin. That's them. S2 is security clearance and intel. Most of the time, they just tell you the weather. S3 is operations. They write op orders and stuff and tell you kind of what's going on. They break it all down and like they take what you want to do, make it into a nice format, and send it out to everybody. S4 is supply. S5, I've never seen an S5. I have no idea what an S5 does. S6 is your IT, and S6 I always bribe them. Like when I got here, my IT civilian, he was like, I was telling him I was going on leave in New Mexico, and he's like, hey, can I get would you be willing to get me some piñons? You know, because he's from the Southwest too. And I was like, yeah, dude, I got you. And he's like, I'll pay you for him. I was like, don't worry about it. But guess what? I brought him back some piñons, and every time I walk in, he's like, hey, so long, what do you need, man? I got you. Hell yeah. I bribed them motherfuckers. Ain't no shame in my game. Maybe make Arnold voice a helicopter. I did the Arnold voice for the boat. Not a military leader, but I found that if you treat your subordinates as humans and not by labels, anything else, they will get results. Obviously, discipline them when needed. Absolutely, right? The military runs on discipline, and everything's about discipline. But I think that treating people with dignity and respect can never be a bad thing, even in the military. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to yell at people, but yeah. Can the Patriot system self-delete if you get overrun by the enemy? No. Funny thing, there is actually a regulation. It's not a regulation. It's in the back of the TM9-1430-1601-10- or 1700-10-1. Sorry, we're on the ADP or fucking PDB 8.0. I know there's a lot of weird acronyms and shit, but it's a TM, training manual or technical manual. Fuck. And in there, it shows how to destroy the Patriot system. And it shows you exactly where you put either thermite grenades, or it tells you hook up the radar to a HEMET that pulls it. You leave all the doors open on it, and you pin the gas pedal and point it at a lake. And just let it drive itself into the lake. Because it'll never recover from that. That's what they tell you. Plus, I mean, it weighs 40 tons, so good luck pulling the fucking thing out. Especially when the air brakes are locked up. HLC, I respectfully request that Ryan Macbeth be invited to appear on the Unsubscribed podcast. I'll text Eli. I like Ryan. This is the thing. Ryan has only ever made one video that I disagreed with, and I disagreed with it for kind of semantical reasons. Nothing against Ryan. I love Ryan. I respect his opinion. Sometimes I like seeing what he has. He made a video very recently about Patriot. I got to go watch it. Because he made like a little clip about it, a little short, and I saw the short, and I was like, hey, Ryan, love your stuff, man. I mean, obviously, we know each other. And I was like, hey, you're just a little bit off on this part of the Patriot system. But he wouldn't know that unless he'd worked on it. So, I mean, that's fair. That's not a big deal. But I really do respect Ryan's opinion, and I love him. So, you know what? I will shoot a message to Eli. Be like, bro, you should get Ryan Macbeth. Ryan Macbeth is good people. IE was autistic reasons, we all know. Yeah? What is up, dude? Squiggle lines that I think that's Chinese caricatures or something. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up, guys. Should do an earnest Well, hey there. You know what? That's actually earnest voice. I'm putting it on the list because I can do a lot of voices, but I just can't think of them. So if you guys join the Discord, just remember it is 18 and up. Nothing against kids. It's just there's some things that are said in there, and there's been some heated. I encourage discussion. I encourage people talking back and forth about things that happen in the world. I encourage differing opinions. Sometimes people who are under 18 are not mature enough to have those conversations. Oh man, shoots down missile. I'm back. Welcome back, Patriot system. All right. Stowe 2 published, 2-2, red, white, hold. ERS, insector activate, intercept dynamics. Coordinating altitude is now 10 kilofeet. Oh man, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of not only Stowe remarks, which is a surface to air missile tactical order, but ones that I can actually say, but probably not. There probably aren't any of those. Even some over. Yeah, you're not wrong. Even some. Man, I never do this to a family of badgers. Darwin wins 18 plus. Kilofeet? Yeah, bro. I love using kilofeet. So Patriot uses kilofeet. No one else in the world uses kilofeet. You can change it to kilometers. You can change it to fucking meters. You can do all sorts of shit. But we use kilofeet. And that drives people fucking nuts. Because, I mean, realistically, it's a simple thing. Because kilo means 1,000. So 1,000 feet. So if you're at 35,000 feet, you're at 35 kilofeet. But that pisses off the metric system so bad. And it's my favorite way to irritate the metric system. Just say kilofeet. It fucking drives them nuts. So yeah, sorry. Are you sure are you sure us veterans are over 18? Some of y'all maybe, man. I don't know. Oi, line crosser. Brandon Herrera's just posted the AK-50 about 6-7 hours ago. I'm assuming you're British because you said oi. I don't know any, or not British, Australian, because I don't know any other demographic that says oi. I could be incorrect. Yes, I've seen the AK-50. Brandon showed it to me personally, like on his phone. He showed me pictures of it. I got to go watch the video. I haven't had time, guys. So I went and videotaped for the best red leg competition, and then I came back and I did a B-roll drop for them. I put all the B-roll together, sent it to them, and then after that, I had to reset up cameras. I had to charge my fucking lights. I had to adjust my intro video so that I had non-DMCA music, and then I had to, take a nap. Oh, I also, rearrange Mrs. Linecrosser's guts, but priorities. Sometimes people are 18 and not mature enough to have. You're not wrong, bro. They're not. Why am I getting pinged for kilofeet? I'm telling you, man, kilofeet is. I love it. I love it. I love it. Kilofeet, reason metric. Oh man, I loved using kilofeet whenever we were working with like any foreign nation. Be like, yeah, it's at 27 kilofeet. The fuck you on about? I love it. I gotta ask, could the kid meet the Avro Arrow? Gotta break out some Maple Mayhem. Instead of the Avro Arrow, personally, I was thinking if I was gonna bring in a Canadian aircraft. And now it's an American aircraft, but the Canadians, I believe, used it longer than anybody. I could be wrong. I gotta look into it. It's either the Canadians or the Australians used it longer than anybody. It was the F-111 Aardvark. And the Aardvark, it's such a strange fucking aircraft. The Aardvark. It's if you guys are not familiar with what the F-111 is, and I didn't even know the F-111 existed until I got into fucking this space of planes that people really like. The 111, it's the U.S. government. They said, okay, we want something the size of a fighter, and they're like, okay, we can do that, and they're like, okay, we need it to have big engines. They're like, all right, big engines, fast. All right, I'm here with it. We want it to carry as much as a bomber. And they're like, what? So, like, it's the weirdest thing. They just built this thing. I can't turn for shit. But it's got like 100,000 pound payload or some crazy fucking metric. And it's a little bit longer than an F-14 Tomcat. Like, it's not very big. And it's got 2 massive fucking engines on it. A question was asked if you're going to join Pepperbox. Also love the content. So I do want to join Pepperbox. I've texted Nick about it. I haven't texted Eli. I'm interested in it, but right now, again, it's not really worth the squeeze for me just because I am unable to. I don't have enough spare time to make exclusive content. And I think that this is the thing. For me, giving a service, that's the way that I look at this now, right? It's a transaction. You guys are, for those of you who are donating and watching, I'm getting, kind of paid to provide a service, right? You expect me to make you laugh. You expect me to provide the news and stuff. If you were paying extra for that, I would feel obligated that I had to make something special for you guys. And right now, I do not possess the time. Ramjets on a cruise missile? You talking about the Brahmos? TGF, happy Friday. How's the wedding? I'm out of here. The wedding was good. It was a very, very good wedding. I make the news funny. Pepperbox, one side of the military. Yeah, I'll either do a Pepperbox, or a Patreon once I'm out, because then I'll have enough time to create exclusive content. Like if I'm doing something that is a paid for service, I want it to be exclusive. I want the stuff that is there not to be seen elsewhere. So for me, that's, yeah. Yeah, the Brahmos. Yeah, it's... the fucking... I had some dude on Instagram. He was like, the Brahmos 2 can't be detected. Like, okay. I love bringing that up to my students because I have students in my class that are like master gunners and shit. And I'm like, hey, is there a way to make a missile fast enough that a radar can't see it? And they're like, are you fucking retarded? I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's what I get in my comment section all the time. They're like, that like radars detect shit at the speed of light, right? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. But if you ask the internet, anything over Mach 10 can't be detected by a radar. Oh, man. Probably sleep all week. I would love to sleep. Protocol 4, red alert. Okay. All right. Protocol 4. Protocol 4. They're sleeping. I'm going to see if I can get away with it. Protocol 4. Bro, we can see shit in space. You have... Maybe when I'm out and my non-disclosure agreement expires, I will be able to tell you guys exactly how true that statement is. I don't think you want to... Like, people like, we're going to take out your GPS. Cool. Means fucking nothing. Nugget! Ha-ha! Alright, come here, Buffalo. This is Knox. He's the great white buffalo. He has like stains on his mouth right now for reasons I don't fully understand. So he looks like a toddler with the, you got games on your phone. And Rain doesn't jump up even when I ask her to. Let's see if we can hear your jowls slap shut. Ready? Oh, that's my wire. Rain. When I throw shit at him, he opens up his fucking mouth and just slams it closed. Miss Hobbs, I miss Hobbs every fucking day. We have him in a little box, and I miss that dude. Nugget. What's about a nugget? What's the nugget? Is there a poo nugget? Did Knox poop? Knox has like loose poops, and sometimes he drops nuggets out. Yeah, no, Hobbs. We did send a message to Hobbs's breeder, which my wife. So this is the thing. She has a really good breeder, and not like most breeders. This is an AKC breeder who doesn't breed just because she wants to make money. She like pretty much designed, like, these are show quality dogs, most of them, and the ones that aren't show quality are a little bit cheaper. And Hobbs was not show quality because his elbows poked out and stuff like that. And she doesn't like run her dogs into the ground to try and just get as many litters as she can. She only breeds like when she feels she needs to. And one of the things you sign with this breeder is if you don't want the dog anymore, you have to give it back to her. Like, if you can't take care of the dog, you have to give it back to her. And so she stayed in contact with my wife for 15 years while Hobbs was alive. And literally, I told my wife, I was like, look, I'm going to support you 100%. If you want to get another Chinese crested, another little bean around here, I will support you. If you don't feel you're ready, I will absolutely support you as well. And earlier tonight, she decided to send the breeder a message and let her know, like, not necessarily we're looking, but, keep us in mind. And if anything comes up, we're looking maybe in the next year or two, just because the breeder's getting a little bit older and we don't want her to retire before, Does that count as spam? Sorry, hold on. Nugget, what is the nugget thing? I don't get the nugget thing. What is the nugget thing? I don't understand. I bet you gotten good Rain lately. Rain is a polite of a lady. Rain is very well trained stupid. Don't get me wrong, she's a very nice dog. She's a gentle dog. She's a polite dog, but she is very well trained stupid. Like, she has a series of processes in her head, and if anything interrupts that process, it is the end of everything that she's ever fucking known. Like, she was coming in the door, and her brain said, walk in the door this way. And I told her, go to the kennel. And she walked straight forward, and I'm standing in front of her. She walked straight into my leg, bumped my leg with her head, screamed, jumped across the couches, and then sat in the corner shaking like I had hit her. That is how fast that dog derails. Like, she is very well trained stupid. I love her. She's a great dog, like polite dog, but she is very well trained dumb as shit. This is my first stream I made it to. How are you doing so far today? I'm good. It's been... So last night I was at a comedy show with... Is that another nugget? I was at another hold on, Mrs. Linecrosser texted. Claymore has a good question or idea for me. Where's Claymore? Oh my god, I gotta check. I can't. She's texted so much that I can't see it all on my watch now. He's been asking a couple times. I'm sorry, did I miss Claymore? Hang on, let me get Wesley. Only real men understand how excited you get when, as a proud man, you get name checked by a badass you respect. This guy, it's the little things. I think you're talking about me, Wesley. Thank you so much, my dude. We can see shit billions of light years away. Maybe. Nugget again. Hold on. I'm looking for... Patriot still shooting down missiles. Mrs. Linecrosser, where's it at? I'm looking for it. I'm trying to catch up. What did he ask? Claymore. There he is. Can you please read my idea? I've been asking for a while. I'm sorry, Claymore. I didn't see everything. I try. I don't mean to be telling you what to do, but I think it would be a good idea. Also, what if I know what it feels like to lose a pet? All right. What did Claymore say? Where did my... I'm looking for Claymore. I'm scrolling up. Hang on. Mrs. Linecrosser mentioned it. Scrolling up. She sees everything. I can't always see everything because I'm trying to respond. Claymore, if you're still in here, can you ask one more time? I'm sorry, dude. I'm scrolling up. I'm looking for your name. Sorry, guys. Got to pause on this. I saw Claymore once, and he just said, we look at my idea. Claymore. That was it? Just a video about losing a pet. So Mrs. Linecrosser said a video about losing a pet. Decade, what is up with the nugget thing? So, you should create a character that always talks like Yoda. I'm not opposed to that. I actually do a decent little Yoda. Patriot's still shooting down missiles out here. So she said that I should do a video about losing a pet. Well, I did. So your idea was a video about losing a pet? Am I understanding that correctly? I like it. Sorry. Would love if F-22 watches the original Iron Man movie, gets upset Iron Man for crashing into the F-22. Buff trying to explain it's only a movie. That's actually not a half bad idea. I kind of like that. That's pretty funny. That's how would I make that? I don't even know. His idea was the Yoda thing. Okay. What is up, Justin? Claymore, no pressure. All right, I'm trying to. I hate when it jumps down like that. Oh, the character that talks like Yoda. What the fuck good is a dog in a cage? Well, as you see, I want you guys to see. Like, you might think that's a big fluffy bed he's laying on. Let me show you. That is my dude. That is my best buddy in the whole wide world. If it fits, it sits. I need a cyber character, 5 eyes. Saw your Helldivers vid with Kagan the other day. Will you ever make a collab with him or have him on the unsub? So I have no control over the unsub. I have no control of the unsubscribe podcast. I can suggest, but I can't do anything about it. I wouldn't mind collabing with him. Mrs. Linecrosser. Now she's sending me. One more, Luke needs jokes. Operation Chrome Dome. Operation Chrome Dome. I'm not even familiar with Operation Chrome Dome. Hold on. He needs some jokes. Let me see what I can find for this guy. All right, hold on. We're doing jokes on the fly. Operation Chrome Dome. Operation Chrome Dome, United States Air Force Cold War era mission, 1961 to 68, B-52, armed with nuclear weapons, remain on continuous airborne alert flying routes that put them in positions to attack targets in the Soviet Union. If they were ordered to do so. Canadian Arctic, Atlantic, Greenland, and the Mediterranean. Many bases gave at least one crew to Chrome Dome. To keep a number of nuclear-armed aircraft in position to help guarantee nuclear retaliation. I've never heard of Operation Chrome Dome. That's cool as fuck. Let me see. One joke I would say about this is probably have the buff say something like, we do overnight shipping. Or you could make it like a pizza, at your front door in 30 minutes or your money back. Just to prove a point, we had continuous air coverage with nuclear weapons over top of your country anytime we needed them. Our insurance policy happened to be a continuous rotation of B-52s flying near your country. Do those help? That's what I got for you. Operation Chrome Dome. I may have to do some work on that one. That was actually pretty cool. Can you do a Cajun man voice? I did the Cajun. I just fucked it up real bad. The little Farmer Fran or whatever his name is. Thank you, Wesley. So collabs are really hard for me just because time. I gotta create a script, send it to somebody. They gotta record their part, send it back. I gotta edit it. It's just much easier to do it by myself unless I have time off. And right now, time is the one thing I'm struggling with. Muffled submarines talking shit about Russian ships. Muffled. Bradley's only sound with aggressive smile and a chainsaw over it. You're talking about that for an idea? Muffled submarines talking shit about Russian ships, and Bradley's only sound are with aggressive smile and a chainsaw over it. I kind of like the chainsaw thing. That's actually pretty fucking funny. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Ever consider a U.S. nuclear missile as a character? I did. I considered, somebody actually mentioned it in one of my videos. I just haven't had a reason, again, to use it. I was going to do a Minuteman III sitting inside of a silo, which, by the way, if you're not familiar, a Minuteman III is America's intercontinental ballistic missile of choice. I mean, we have those and a couple other ones, but those are the ones that are like, I don't know, there's like 300 nuclear protected bunkers in the United States, and those can reach literally anywhere on the planet, so. They're a little bit faster than a Sarmat. A Sarmat has a maximum speed of Mach 20. The Minuteman III has a maximum speed of like Mach 23. The Trident is Mach 24. It's exoatmospheric speed. They all slow down coming back in, all of them. But I was actually going to do the sound, have one of those in a silo. Someone mentioned it, and singing the song it's an old song, but it's from Fallout. I don't want to watch the world burn or something like it, or I don't want to set the world on fire. I don't want to set the world on fire. Yeah, I was going to do that. Haven't had a reason to use it yet. My China reminds you of Yoda sometimes. There's live fire going tomorrow at McGregor. Ooh, I'm jelly, bro. If you can get some footage, that'd be the shit. What are they shooting? Thad, Patriot, Talon, fucking whatever. A Southern Humvee character? Cajun man Humvee? Everyone wants the Humvee. I have to... Rob has even said he needs the Humvee. Bruh, ads, I'm sorry. Hey, man, I got to make sure that what I'm doing now is sustainable. So if you guys just skip past the ads or ignore them, walk away, go make popcorn, I'm totally understand. I can't be mad at you. Again, all I will ever ask is you watch. You brought the solar storm with you, didn't you? I wanted to intercept something, and the sun was the only one man enough to fucking try it. I don't know. Dr. Noblex is in here? What is up? We're going to give him some horns. You guys might have heard that, but I didn't. Dogs need kennels for their safe space. Kennels really help their mental state. I will tell you this. I had to kennel train Knox, because when I tried to kennel train him as a puppy, he peeled it open like an empty beer can. That dog is so incredibly fucking strong and stupid. It's amazing what he is capable of when he panics. But yeah, broke all the welds on a steel kennel, broke all the welds, and just peeled it open like a fucking beer can. Now that he's old and kind of, fatter, he's a little bit easier to deal with. So when we're not home, they're in a kennel. How would you handle the slam? Well, you're welcome for my service. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay, dude. I don't feel any different or better than anybody else. You're gonna if you serve in the military, you're gonna find out that we're just the same fucking retards that you find out there. And don't even get mad at me that I said that word. Okay. Project Pluto, the slam. I know of a different slam, but I don't know what the Project Pluto is. Hold on. Oh. Ramjet engines for use on cruise missiles. So here's the thing. I don't know if I can say that. Hold on. These questions are hard to answer because I know so much, and I know I'm not supposed to say so much. We were in my class the other day, and like I can tell you guys, a PAC-3 has a lethality enhancer. PAC-3 is a Patriot Advanced Capability version 3, and inside the missile, it has a lethality enhancer. You go to Lockheed's website, it'll show you that, hey, this is the lethality enhancer. Everybody in Patriot knows what's in there. I didn't know you're not supposed to know what's in there because it's classified. You can't find out what's in there anywhere on the internet. I was in class and one of my students was like, yeah, the lethality enhancer, which has the, and I was like, stop! This is not a classified environment. You're not supposed to talk about it. He's like, that's classified? I was like, yeah, you can't find it anywhere on the internet, man. Like, trust me, I've tried. I can tell you it exists. Okay. I'm thinking about how to answer this. Okay, so ramjets only work at a certain elevation. If you try and go lower with those, they end up getting, the fuel-air mixture gets jacked up. They have to work at a certain elevation. They are air-breathing engines, so of course they don't work exo-atmospheric, which is good for a cruise missile, because cruise missiles, by definition, have lateral surfaces which produce lift because they don't fly a parabolic trajectory, they're more lateral. That being said, I think flying something like a ramjet, yes, it produces a lot of thrust and it'll make it fast, but using a cruise missile at that elevation kind of negates its the ability that a cruise missile gives you. So when people like say, why are cruise missiles hard to hit? Because you're here with your radar, curvature of the Earth. If you think the Earth is flat, you're just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. And when someone flies under the radar, they're literally using the curvature of the Earth to mask their approach. Now, as they get closer, they can use mountains and fucking buildings and shit, and that's called masked terrain. Imagine shining a flashlight and everything that casts a shadow, you can't see behind that, right? That's the same way a radar works. So cruise missiles inherently fly low because they use the curvature of the Earth, so you don't see them until the last possible second. Patriot's really good at like analyzing and getting a shot off really, really fucking quick. So if you move that thing higher, it's going to be able to hide for less time and be visible for longer. So I think that's the reason they probably got rid of the project. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch back up here, guys. F-22 or F-35, 22 all day. Don't get me wrong. I love the F-35. It's a great multi-role. 22 is my baby, man. I fucking love that kid. My dad worked on the Chrome Dome 52's crew chief. No shit. That's cool as fuck. Like, I hope, like, my nephew and some shit, like, maybe brags about me, like, my uncle, he's a fucking dumbass YouTuber. I don't know. Humvee voice of the water boy. That's actually not bad. That's actually, that's like the best one I've gotten so far. Hold on. I kind of like that one. Did you know in G.I. Joe General Hawk was 88? No shit, really? I had no idea. I did not know that. Would you ever consider doing collaborative talk with History of Everything, Australia Man, on disinformation for Ukraine? There's a lot of people that have been asking me to do like podcasts and interviews and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I've had to say no a lot because work has gotten very busy. Once I'm out, I don't mind having conversations with people, but you got to understand, like, okay. So I don't know anything about the History of Everything guy. I don't know who that is. I don't know what kind of following they have. And so here's the thing. I've learned that you need to have your own following before I show up for your podcast. And it's not because I'm trying to say like you got to have a certain number before I'll show up. No, you have to have your own brand before I show up, because if I show up and I just start talking and having a good time, number one, it makes your entire audience think that you really just use me to get a leg up. And I'm not trying to be a dick. All right. I'm not, but every time I've done it, it's turned out bad for the individual. So for me personally, again, I don't know who this individual is. If they got a decent following and they got like, their own thing going on, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. But every time I've done it for anyone who's like a smaller creator, and again, I don't mind working with smaller creators, right? Like I will point out information, I'll help out, but like collabs and stuff, it puts a bad taste in people's mouth when you do stuff like that. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to be an ass. Humvee. Oh yeah, there we go. Nuclear missile. Sings hate breed, destroy everything. Texas T coming in swinging. I haven't heard that song in forever. Maybe not forever. I don't even know if I've heard that song. I don't listen to a lot of hate breed. They're really playing at F4 right now. I'm the nuclear air defense. I mean, yeah, you could drop a nuke. Now here's the thing. Ooh, this is an opportunity to explain this to 725 people in real time. All right, cool. This is the thing about nukes, right? This happens all the time, and you're gonna run into these people, and they're like, well, what if they shoot a nuke at you, and you shoot it, and it goes boom? The chances of that happening are extremely low. I would never say zero, but fucking next to zero. Okay, and here's why. A nuclear weapon is very different from a regular high explosive. A high explosive requires three things: heat, pressure, and fucking really just timing, ultimately. And, well, heat, pressure, and a casing. Heat, pressure, casing, sometimes voltage, but that's how easy they are to set off. So you hit them with a 16-foot, 3,000-pound rocket-powered telephone pole, high probability you're setting that bitch off. Okay? Very high probability. Chemical weapons, you can make an argument for that, but luckily we hit those hopefully high enough that they dissipate in the atmosphere and we get very little fallout from that. But a nuclear weapon is a very, very intricate piece of equipment. It is a very specific piece of equipment. Now, with that piece of equipment, it has a series of small processes that all have to happen in a very specific order at very specific times, or else the system won't function. It won't do what it's supposed to do. It will not create fission or fusion. I don't know the difference between fission and fusion. Look, I'm not a nuke guy. I'm a fucking missile guy. But anyways, it won't do what it's supposed to do. So if you hit that with a 3,000-pound rocket-powered telephone pole traveling at Mach classified, the chances of those processes happening go down exponentially. And the worst you're going to have is maybe a dirty bomb. You may disintegrate some of the uranium. Possibility. Oh, Strong and Stupid must have been a Marine in his former life. I love my Buffalo, man, but he's dumb as shit. Dr. Noblex, I did drunk bingo, 1 shot per spot. Ooh, on the Victory Day parade. Almost died of alcohol poisoning. Remember, standardize and not prioritize your board. That's fair. I respect that. Favorite World War III battle? Well, it's going to be the Battle of... what is that one? The Battle of Tallahassee, Florida. See, what happens in that battle is the Russians think they're really, really smart, right? So they know they can't come up through Mexico because they think Texas is a no-brainer. And the longer they run up along the East Coast, they would run into, the U.S. Navy out there in Norfolk. And the West Coast, they know we're expecting them from the West Coast, and Alaska's armed to the teeth. So they thought the best possibility of attacking the United States was going to be Florida. Unfortunately, they didn't look into what Florida is and does. So the first wave was taken out by throwing hypodermic crack needles, right? The first wave was done from that. Then the fan boats showed up with punt guns and 50 cals and started just spraying the living shit out of these Russian boats. And then unfortunately, they took some guy, cracked down on bath salts, and yeeted his ass in a burlap sack up onto the side of the Russian ship that they had come in on. And well, it was like 28 days later on that ship. He just went to face eating, and that was it. But that was probably my favorite battle of World War III. Was the Battle of Tallahassee. I don't even know where Tallahassee, Florida is, man. But I think it was decent storytelling, okay? I think it was decent. Sorry. A friend of mine had to build Doggy Supermax for his doggo. I was rebar and 2x4s. Oh, shit. I'm telling you, he is drugged right now. I love Knox, but for his own, I'm worried that the reason I had to drug him is because I was worried he was genuinely going to have a fucking massive heart attack one day. I would come home and he would panic and just heart would explode and that's it. So I worry about my dude. Kenneth G, love you too, my bro. back. AK-50 is epic. Was it good? Hold on. Thank you from a Gen 3 Navy Marine family. Great clips, Fitz. Thank you so much, Mark Haas. Thank you so much, my dude. Gunny, bro, you're like, you must have been here just a little while. It's okay, Patrick. I have tried so hard to get the Gunny Ermy voice down. I can get the cadence. I cannot get the voice. It's driving me bonkers, but I do want to do it. For Homeland Intercepts, well, I've run out of wine. It was water, but Jesus showed up. It was the second coming of him. He showed up and he's like, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just drinking some water, good for the body." And he's like, "No, it's not." Boop, and touched it and shit turned to wine. Hold on. My old ship was immune to anti-ship missiles after the first one hit. One impact would cause all the rust to fall off into a massive chaff cloud. No shit. Does that work? Like, now you got my missiletism kicking off. Because chaff does really work against radars. It gives a lot of false returns if your radar sucks. Aegis will see right through that shit. Patriot, Thad, they'll all see right through that shit. I don't know if he's making a joke, but I wonder if that would actually fucking work. I'll be quiet for this one. Can you confirm we only have a 60% success rate of ICBM intercept? That's what I was taught as a net for submarine, but I've always been skeptical. So here's the thing. I do not know what our efficiency is when it comes to ICBM intercept. That there's so many variables there, it would be impossible for me to give any number, even if I could. The variables that I don't know how many interceptors we have. GMD interceptors, SM3s, because the SM3s are the ones that reach way the fuck up there on the Aegis. Number two, I don't know where those sensors are in correlation to the places they would be protecting. Number three, I don't know the full enemy capability of a first strike. Like Russia has, you can look up, they have like a fucking 5,000 nuclear weapons. But how many can they launch at one point in time? That's the unknown. How many can Iran launch? We don't know. How many can North Korea launch? We don't know. Somebody knows. I don't know. So the variables there are exponential. I think 60% is probably better than anybody else in the world. Is it accurate? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I will tell you that for us in air and missile defense, our goal with every single air defense system, this goes for Aegis, this goes for Patriot, this goes for THAAD, every single air defense system we have, our goal is 90%. A 90% probability of kill is our goal. We'd like to have 100%, but 90% is considered acceptable. I hope that makes sense. For Homeland Intercepts, I know we have a lot of GMD missiles. I know we have a lot of GMDs, ground-based mid-course defense. Those are the ones that shoot missiles during the mid-course phase because it stops debris or dirty bombs and chemicals from falling on our country. So mid-course is kind of the apogee of the missile, and it's when it's outside the atmosphere. It's actually when it's moving the fastest. But it's also when it just ran out of fuel, so you're trying to intercept it out in outer space. The SM-3 just did it. Trying to keep up. Okay, for the old head characters, you need to be the A1. You're like the seventh person who said A1 Skyraider. I probably should do it. With the toilet. I remember the toilet bomb. I'm familiar with the toilet bomb. I saw it. I didn't know that was the A1 Skyraider. I'm familiar with it. What if I told you there was no such thing as a fusion bomb? I don't. Is it a fission? Did I fuck it up? Honest question. I'm not being a dick. H-bombs create fission, spark a fusion reaction. Oh, okay. They thought they could set up base in St. Petersburg, Florida. Everyone loved my Florida story. I'm just catching up to those. Oh, man. Only one wine is Boone's Farm. Who hurt you? Isn't Boone's Farm in a box? Who hurt you, my dude? Mock Classified is a new one? Man, I've said Mock Classified a whole bunch. Florida gonna get them. Tallahassee is northwestern Florida. Oh, shit. So that's way up in the panhandle. My bad. My bad, guys. Hey, I tried. Oh, you want to go home? Yeah, I think it was you should go home now, is what the F-22 pilot said to them. And this is the thing. Look, I don't know. I don't know how much like steel nerves pilots have. And I don't know if they were ordered to go home after that and they really thought they had a chance against the F-22. But I can't imagine, like, can you imagine? Okay, let's just put this in people version, right? You're walking through the woods. You got your whole fucking squad. You're all camo face painted up. It's night. You got your night vision down. You look like something straight out of a fucking Call of Duty game, right? You're just trudging through the woods being super quiet. Can you imagine, like, you hear rustling and all of a sudden lights shine on you and you're completely surrounded and they just say, you should go home now. Like, that would scare the living fucking piss out of me. So, like, doing that in an aircraft has got to be just so much worse. Now that Brandon Herrera's finished the AK-50, is he more effective at romancing the ladies? I don't know. I don't know. He had a girlfriend last time I was there. Or fiance, I don't know. Missiletism. You guys get my missiletism ticking. You caught the live, high 633. You did. Boone's Farm is the cause and solution of many life's problems. Mad Dog? Oh, no. No, stop it. Mad Dog is for people in junior high. It's not good. It's like Everclear. There's never been an Everclear that's ever been made that someone's like, this is a very good, it's a good sipping Everclear. No, it doesn't. You literally, they fucking found a way to make rubbing alcohol drinkable. And that's the same thing with Mad Dog 2020. They were just like, we made this wine. No one wants to drink it. Well, it's cool. Let's put some Kool-Aid in it. Fucking put 2020 on the front of this bitch and just put it on the shelf and sell it for $5. It's, man, no. Do I have a Cobra helicopter character? No, I've never brought in the AH-1Z. I should. I really should. Just got here and oh my God, ATF shot your dog. He's just boiling out of the bed, man. Like, he gets in like this little tiny bed and then slowly he migrates to this. His leg is out the back too. This fucking dog. Vietnam is getting American planes? Well, it's because Vietnam figured out real quick that they shouldn't have chose communism. Like, I didn't know this. Did you guys know this? So Nick explained this to me, the fat electrician. I now have undeniable fucking proof that the U.S. won Vietnam. Like, I know we won every single fight in Vietnam. Every single battle the U.S. won. There's one that, like, we claimed victory and they claimed victory, but they had a lot more losses than us, so I count that as a W because both of them just, like, left the area. But, like, every hill we wanted to take, we took. Every village we wanted to push through, we pushed through. Like, everything that needed to happen in Vietnam fucking happened. But I guess in 1973, it was, what was the operation? Fuck. But anyways, we bombed them back to the fucking Stone Age and they were like, we'll talk peace. And long story short, they signed a peace agreement. And then in 1975, they showed back up and took over Saigon and we just said, fuck it, we don't care anymore. We'd love to have you down here in Cuba, my dude. Do a little goodwill tour for all the poor Marines out here in the sticks. Bro, you're in fucking Guantanamo? I would love to go to Guantanamo Bay. Like, honest to fucking God, I don't think I can ever get there. I would love to go there. I like military history. Guantanamo Bay has been such a big topic for so long. I would love to go. A fusion warhead needs a fission explosion to work. Is that how nuclear weapons work? I know that they just take two pieces of fucking uranium and slam them into each other, don't they? Like, really hard? Your uncle was ATC back in Nellis when the F-117, the good old Nighthawk, was in testing. Hell of a story about 2 or 3 doing a night test. I didn't know this. Apparently the F-117 Nighthawk has the largest reduction in radar cross-section of any aircraft we have ever made. So it is technically the stealthest thing that has ever existed in the U.S. military, which is wild. YF-28 Tomcat 2 prototype. I like how we're doing these numbers. I'm here for it. Like Steel Reserve. That's like Mickey's. Isn't Mad Dog just solvent? Pretty much. You just have not good Everclear. Bro, who hurt you, Lisa? Everyone's a bro. I bro my wife sometimes. Reply to Medic. At that point, the energy used to create a small fusion is wasted versus the fission bomb. We're close, though. We make big booms. Dude, there's like, okay, I'm gonna lie to you. So I know TikTok's like probably getting banned and shit like that, but I scroll through TikTok and there's these, and I know it's just some lazy fucking loser who takes like a Reddit post and it's like a short story on Reddit and they just copy it, paste it into an AI, have the AI read it, and they show like an alien in front of it and whatever. I don't care. These short stories are the shit. Because here's the thing. In every alien movie that exists out there, right? The aliens are always better than us. The aliens are always stronger than us. They have better technology than us. They're more violent than us, right? Like, that's always the way it is. But in these short stories, humans are the badasses of the fucking galaxy. And I love that shit. Like, these short stories are always, like, there was one, and it was like, the humans have created, or like, the humans came to the galactic fleet, and they started making trade arrangements, and, to try and work with us. And somebody that they traded with started stealing from them and then attacked them and almost wiped them out. And they straight up said, like, no one is allowed in our galaxy anymore, or our solar system. And anyone who shows up to the solar system disappears. And there's like some other civilization that's getting their ass kicked by somebody else. And they're like, look, our last chance is just go ask humanity. Like, we're going to get wiped out. And they went to, like, they landed in the solar system and their ship just dies. And the guy, like, except for the comms, and he's like, hey, look, I got it. The galaxy turned their back on you when you needed help. If you want to kill me, just kill me. I have nothing to go back to. Like, we're getting wiped out anyways. I'm just begging for your help. And then his ship kicks on and like all these fucking giant ass destroyers show up and it's like, we'll answer the call this time. I was like, yeah, dude, I love that shit. I love that shit. I don't know. I would love a movie where humans are the most terrifying thing in the fucking universe. I think that'd be a badass movie. Sonic Cherry Limeade and Everclear's Yum. Who hurt you, Fly Medic? Who hurt you? Operation Stank Finger? Linebacker 2, that's it. There you go. Thank you. Linebacker 2 is when we bombed them back to the fucking Stone Age. Oh my god, I'm missing a lot of them. I'm so sorry. You're a fool to want to be a Gitmo? Jesus. I want to go visit. I don't want to be stationed there. Fuck that. Humans are space orcs. Let us have the spotlight. I'm telling you, man, like, there's so many. I'll like flip to one of these short stories and I'll just let it play on my phone while I'm at work. I'm like, that's so fucking cool, man. They got so many like cool stories. There's one that they were talking about how like humans are that everyone else in the universe doesn't, or they have to take an artificial injection to fight better. And they're like, but too much of this can stop your heart and kill you. And like, it's this professor and he's explaining and he's like, there's only one known creature in the universe that produces this thing naturally, and everything on their planet produces it naturally, and it's adrenaline, and it's Earth. And the guy teaching was a human, and they're like, do you produce adrenaline? And he's like, yes, I do, naturally. And I was like, that's so fucking cool. Like, I love those little short stories, man. They're like cool as shit. Yeah. Oh no, the worst stuff you can get is military special. Oh man, I use military special after I bought some to light my barbecue pit. Military special is the shortest of the short bottom shelf you can possibly find. Oh my god, military special. Ugh. There's a book series called Coming Home by Angry American that has Florida man kicking the Russians' asses that invaded Florida. I like that. Coming Home by Angry American. I may have to check that out. What do you think about the conspiracy theory that nukes are fake? Yeah, I do think they're a little brain dead. Because you can go out to the Trinity site in New Mexico twice a year, April and October. Twice a year they open it up to the public. And they bring you out there. It's the middle of fucking nowhere. They got a big pedestal where they set off the first ever atomic weapon. And it was in White Sands, New Mexico. And they bring out trinitite. And trinitite is a material. It's an element. Well, it's not really an element. It's an amalgamation that you only find there at the Trinity site. And what it is it's the ground that melted together from the sheer heat of an atomic explosion. So like, it's radioactive. They're like, yeah, it's safe. Here, you want to see it? Like, it's, but if you get caught stealing any that's out there, they will lock you up in federal prison. P-51 or Zero? Ooh. Venom, that's a tough one. I love the P-51 Mustang. It's an iconic American aircraft. But the Zero was a bad bitch for a long time. The Zero is probably the greatest vehicle that Mitsubishi's ever made. Maybe the Lancer. I don't know. I'm gonna go with P-51 just because I love that big fucking supercharged motor. I love that shit. What's the motor? Starts with an M. Mirage, the Merlin engine. There you go. That's it. Got into an argument on Facebook. I know about how many Middle Easters can take out U.S. jets. Wait. This is the thing, man. We win by sheer numbers. Can one Su-57 maybe take out one F-22 within visual range? Yeah, it might be able to outmaneuver it. It's very possible. It's totally plausible. But what's going to happen is there's going to be 30 F-22s, 50 F-35s, 17 Growlers, probably 100 F-15s, all coming at whatever the fuck they have, which is like 7 Su-57s and like a whole bunch of Su-35s, 34s, and a couple of MiGs. They're going to just fuck them up. And they're going to hit them from beyond visual range because the Growlers are going to be jamming the living fuck out of anything they have. So their hope and prayers of ever detecting those American aircraft have gone out the window. Like, so I love when people argue like bottled, right? Like there was the one, the Korean, or no, Filipino jet, like got a lock on an American F-22. Cool. 1v1 within visual range, he got a lock on it. Great. Okay. But if you say, all right, well, let's do your jets versus our jets, and they start from their own areas, and we figure it out from there. Well, that's not fair. Well, why is it not fair? It wasn't fair to put the F-22 within visual range of you. I mean, so it's, I don't know. Thermonuclear weapons use fission. It uses lithium-6 deuteride. Fuck, man. Sound it out, Ethan. All right. Deuteride. Deuteride. All right, whatever. As fuel in order to get its fuse, which requires fission explosion with uranium. Now you know. Little boy was fusion, big boy was fission. One of them was like the shotgun method where it shot the thing into it, and the other one was an implosion method, right? First one was implosion, second one was like kaboom. HFY and the humans answered. The Black Ship, the Black Fleet. I love that shit. Yes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. I word vomited for a little while. I'm sorry. You have fans at NASA? I have fans at NASA. Wake up, Knox. I have fans at NASA. You guys get cookies. You get cookies. Come on. Come on, fat boy. No. Come on, you can catch it. Ready? Wait. And now you heard his jowls slap shut. That's my good boy. I have fans at NASA. So give me the deets on that Boeing space mission. Is it really fucky wucky? And somebody told me that they worked at NASA, and you guys use tape on space shuttles more than I could ever imagine, and that makes me incredibly concerned. China has a 6th-gen aircraft in the works. I'm aware. I mean, we've had one in the works. Russia apparently has a MiG-41 in the works that I was reading about. Redstone missile that made it sound like the Flex Seal guy. Until the Soviet Union could keep their mouth shut, I'm moving to Turkey. Jesus. Well, thank you so much, Ash Gaming. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. You should check out Purple Passion HLC. It's grape soda with Everclear. No. Patrick, who hurt you? Grape soda with Everclear? Look, if you're going to do grape soda with Everclear, just do heroin. I'm just kidding. Don't do heroin, kids. Don't do that. Wait, 3.23 is out? Bullshit. Hold on. Let me at least get it loaded. Pull up RSI. Let me at least load it. Yep, session expired. Hold on. I'm logging into my Star Citizen right now. I'm on RSI. Hold on. We're almost at the end here anyway, so I need to... Let me see. I just want to see if 3.23 is out. Update! Which, the only thing I don't like about this update is there's going to be, like, creatures on the planet, and I'm very nervous about, like, when I'm mining, if I'm going to get attacked by some shit. Military specials for veterans who want to self-delete. You know, you're not wrong. Incoming fire has the right of way. That's fair. P-38ers, the German called it, the fork-tailed devil. I'm not a huge fan of the P-38. I get it. I get it. It's a cool thing, but I never found like the coolness of it. I prefer the Subaru built Apache. Subaru built the Apache? Are you fucking with me? From the Patriot system, real message in chat, in response to someone saying be quiet or something, okay, I can keep it under the radar. Tell you what, I'll teach you some brevity here. This is NATO, joint NATO brevity, so it's unclassified. So when someone tells you to keep your Patriot system quiet, for us, it means that shut off your radar, right? And you would say gadget down. Gadget means radar, down means you're shutting it down. Gadget bent means it's broken. Gadget active means you're radiating. So someone tells you to keep it down, gadget down. What do you think of doing a video of the aircraft crew plane gang playing through some of the Ace Combat series as the F-20? So a lot of people have recommended the Ace Combat series to me. Unfortunately, like the downside of it is I don't have enough time for fucking video games. I've been playing a little bit of Enshrouded, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been playing a little bit of Enshrouded. If you haven't played, yes sir, you have fans of NASA. Thank you, Aurora. I'm sorry. That makes me so happy. I had some guy. Oh man, if you're in this chat right now, please tell me. Shoot me a Discord message. There we go. There was somebody who works down at the F-35 plant. I had their letter around here. I kept it because they offered me. It might be this one. No, that was somebody else. I kept a letter around here because they invited me down to the F-35 assembly line in Fort Worth, Texas, and I want to go. I want to go take a look. I would like to see the F-22 painted like a P-51. That would be fucking cool as shit. Actually, that's actually pretty fucking cool. Like a red tail or some shit. I'd fuck with that. Titan, thank you so much for the donation, my dude. It's out. White polar bear dog looks like mine. Oh yeah, he's Australian Shepherd and Pit Bull. So something you need to understand about Australian Shepherds is they are absolute fucking nutcases. They're working dogs. All working dogs are nutcases. Australian Shepherds, blue heelers, red heelers, fucking Irish setters, and huskies. They're all working dogs. They're all batshit fucking crazy, right? All of them are nuts. If you don't run your dog like 50 miles a day, it's going to just tear up your fucking house. People get huskies in like hotels and apartments and they're like, I don't know why my dog is eating the couch. I walk him for like 5 minutes every other day. It's like, no, you have a fucking working animal. Jesus Christ. But anyways, so Australian Shepherd, working animal, and then Pit Bull. So giant, enormous fucking baby who has the head of a coconut. So I have a fucking batshit crazy baby. That's what Knox is. I love him to death. That dude is my best friend, but I will never, ever in a million years get an Australian Shepherd Pit Bull ever again. First fusion bomb was Castle Bravo test. It was supposed to be 6 megaton explosion, but ended up being 15. A megaton's a lot, because I think we had the ones on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I don't think they were in the megaton range. I think they were still in the kiloton range, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I want to make sure I get these last ones, and then I will be hopping off. Russia's KO in Abrams, and it's almost mostly intact. Meanwhile, their tanks get hit with what looks like Ukraine got plasma weapons from Wakanda. Yo, Captain Poofers, please tell me I can use that joke. I love that shit. That is a funny fucking joke, man. I don't know if you got that from somewhere, but I want that joke. That is beautiful. I'm taking a picture of that in my chat right now. Bro, can I please use that? That is hilarious. Holy shit. Look like they got shot with plasma weapons from Wakanda. Wakanda. Oh my fucking God. Oh. Holy shit. Messed up first one. What's your opinion on submariners? Oh. So I have a friend who's a submariner. His name is Dr. Kozak. He's in my Discord. He's one of my mods. Good friend of mine. I've met him a few times. Like, we've hung out. We played a lot of video games together. Well, not so much anymore. I've been so damn busy. Submariners are strange. Y'all got too much nitrogen in your blood, but you are definitely cut from a different cloth. Because I can't imagine, like, being in a boat that is designed to sink. Like, that's the weirdest thing in the world to me. And you guys, like, enjoy that shit. You get, like, a weird sense of, yeah, this is awesome. From being in a death box. In a fucking terrifying death box. So I respect you submariners because of what you do. I could never fucking do it. Although I will say this, out of all the jobs in the Navy, I think that one would make me the least sick. I get seasick. I didn't know I got seasick. I actually got seasick in an Abrams tank for the first time, right? The first time I ever got seasick was in an Abrams tank. We were driving over these hills. I couldn't see outside, and I just felt this thing doing this over and over and over. And the only thing that kept me from blowing chunks is I was looking out through the loader's hatch, and I saw the treetops, and they were sitting in one position as we cruised by. That was the only thing that kept me from blowing chunks. I assume in a submarine, you probably don't have to deal with that. If the water gets choppy, you're just like, down. Yeah, you can use it. Yes, Captain Poofers. I'm going to find a reason to use that, bro. That's fucking hilarious. Have you heard of the Cola Deep Hole? I have not. HLC, I purchased a gift for you around the time you closed your P.O. box on PCS in Japan. Don't want to keep it on me. Would you be willing to share your shipping details? By the way, I'm not sure if it's OPSEC, but I can tell you about a Patriot radar versus a train bridge. That one hits close to home because my AMG, my antenna mass group, that I worked on tirelessly for such a long time. Tiger 1 tanker. Do me a favor. Shoot me a... Shoot. Are you in my Discord, Tiger 1? If you're in my Discord, man, shoot me a DM or reach out to my mods and they'll get a hold of me, or ping me in the Discord and I'll get you my P.O. box, dude. I got you. By the way, I'm not sure if it's opposite. So my AMG, the Jordanians had it on a trailer and they were towing it to the site and they crashed it in the top of a fucking overpass. I was pissed. I've not heard of the Cola Deep Hole. Look up Minuteman Domino's meme. Oh God, FBI will be knocking on the door. All right, I gotta get ready to hop off here, guys. It is 1,000,000 degrees in here, so as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. And if you guys would like to support, please go to habituallinecrosser.com. Get yourself some merch, maybe buy me a beer, whatever you guys want to do. It is wonderful talking with you. I'm so glad I got to do this. I'll be doing this for at least a couple more Fridays before I have to go somewhere again. So looking forward to seeing you guys here next Friday. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later.